Hey everybody, just wanted to do a little overview of this analogy because as I read it here, I'm not sure it makes sense if I don't summarize a little bit. So I just wanted to give you some of my thinking. If you're new to curriculum mapping, and even if you're not new to curriculum mapping and you want to think about how you're going to explain it to your, to others that you're working with at any point when you're doing curriculum mapping, if you think of a curriculum map in kind of the same way that you think of a physical map, we could think of the state of Georgia, a map of the state of Georgia, similar to how we would think of a curriculum map for a school location. So we would pick a school that we're working with. Let's say we're working with an elementary school where I used to work. And so the physical map of Georgia shows you everything. It shows you the roads, the terrain, the locations, the destinations. And the curriculum map of the elementary school, if you're looking at the whole thing, the big picture, it's going to show you all the grade levels, all the subjects, and the objectives and everything for that. The thing about a curriculum map, it's laid out on by time, whereas a physical map is laid out by space. But still, some of the things that you can think about on both maps should carry across. So if you think about on a Google map or on a physical map, the routes around the place, so the interstates and the regular surface roads and the trains, the train tracks and different things, those are the different paths. And so in a curriculum map, that would be the curriculum from start to finish. So the ways of getting around on a physical map, that's the curriculum, the individual curriculum for each grade or subject in a school. Your destinations are your specific learning objectives. So when you're going to Atlanta, there are lots of different ways to get there. And so when you're trying to reach a certain objective in a set of standards, there are lots of different ways that you can get there. So a map is not going to tell you the exact right way to get to a place, but it's going to tell you where that place is, and then you're going to see the different ways that you can get there. And so that's what a good curriculum map should do. It should represent the specific learning objectives, but then it should also give you an idea of the ways that you can get there. There's no right or wrong way, but at least an overview of the possibilities should be represented on that curriculum map. And as you carry the analogy a little bit further, the idea of, if you're going from here to Atlanta, well, yeah, there is a plane that flies from Athens to Atlanta, but that might not be the best use of resources. Maybe driving a car would be a little bit better. Or if you're just going from Athens to Watkinsville, which is 10 miles away, then certainly you wouldn't take a plane there. Number one, because there's not even an airport that goes, to go between the two, and it would definitely be an abuse of resources. So that's where the analogy between a physical map and a curriculum map can really kind of get you thinking about what are your instructional strategies that you're using to get to the destination, the learning objective. Make sure you're using appropriate strategies for your objectives. I think the analogy might break down a little bit as you take it down to the units of instruction and lesson plans. And we're not going to get down to the lesson plan part and the curriculum maps that you're going to create. If you have some that fit in, that's fine, but I don't want you having to create lessons. You take other courses where you create lessons and units, but I do want you to at least show the topics and things. I'll do another video talking about exactly what I want you to create in this curriculum map. But as you're doing this early part and looking at the essential questions and doing these readings here and thinking about which standards we're going to be using, so those of you that are specifically, like some of you are already working as media specialists, go ahead and make sure you're including the 21st century standards, but then also the technology standards, those of you that are taking this class for more of a tech coordinator, tech specialist point of view. But both of you, no matter which role you're putting yourself in for this course, both perspectives need to look at all of the standards because they really are important no matter what role you're doing as a specialist, as a support person in a school. So anyway, just wanted to share my thoughts on that analogy, this table that I have up here, and talk to you about how that relates to what we're going to be doing. And of course, more is developing. I'll be posting more and more as we go along. I see our groups are coming together. I have 13 of 17 people who have replied to the form, so I can group you together. Looks like we're going to have 2 groups on elementary, 1 group on middle, and 1 group on high, but I'll let you know how it's going to break down in the next day or 2. So, yeah, there you go. Let me know what questions you have, what else I can do for you, and I'll see you online.